Yes, let's fucking go, everyone. Welcome back to Growers Not Showers, the best podcast on any platform. Let's fucking go. It's me, it's Matty, it's the other one. We're all here. What's your name again, mate?
Fuck's sake, bro.
We got Camille, we got Jamil, we got Mamil, we got Matty, we got Catty, we got Jatty, we got Jack, we got Mac, we got
the Jizzler.
The Jizzler. The Jizzler. That's cold. That's cold. Jizzler_Archery.
I was going to say that.
Fucking when you booked that posing call with me and you called it posing call with Jizzle.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
Couldn't help it.
Right. Okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna weeks. We'll go from left to right on my screen. So Camille, how has your week been? Let's go, bro. Let's fucking go. Walk me through it, bro.
I think as soon as one area of my life starts improving, another one compensates. Like, the business is very much going up, but I feel like everything around my life in terms of like relationship, obviously misses, fucking like even finances to a certain extent, I've had to take a hit because of that. I think one of the most difficult things, like as a young person nowadays, it's like I don't think it's objectively hard just to be a good bodybuilder or just to be a good businessman or just to be a good boyfriend. However, when you put everything together, at one point something has to be sacrificed in order for something else to be quote unquote locked in. And like something I was speaking about Jack with this morning, actually, like I've been very, very, very business orientated, and like I can see now how I've neglected a lot of things in my life because of that. And I use work as a coping mechanism because I don't know what else to do in my free time. Like I'll get home after osteopathy, after fucking work, and I'll be like, oh, let me relax, let me do some check-ins, or like let me do form feedback. A normal human being shouldn't relax by doing more work. So like business side of things is going really well. Obviously, Mrs.'s birthday today, so I wanna actually show you what I got.
Oh yeah.
Happy 14th to Jules.
Fuck's sake, bro. Oh my god.
Reference for people listening, she's not 14, she's much older. She's 20. How old is your Mrs. Camille? 21, 22?
She turned 13 today.
Oh, I was off by a year.
Please Scottish people, man.
Same fucking joke. Same joke.
Crazy.
But you know, so I got a watch, bro. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh,
wow,
very fancy.
Yeah. I was gonna get her some clothes or some shit. She's like into fashion, bro. But like, I have no fucking idea on how women sizes do. I thought they had like small, medium, and large, but they had European sizes where it's like a 6, 8, 10. I'm like, what the fuck?
Now, buying clothes without the missus there is not a good idea. Like, if she gets a bad item of clothing, she will remember that for the rest of her life.
That's what I mean, bro.
Just buy a size 2 or a 0 and get a receipt and be like, oh, sorry, babe, I thought you were a 2.
Jeez.
Because like now low key, because low key, it's like I was talking to a female client and their win of the week was felt skinny, and I read that and was like, oh fuck! Like first time I read it on the check-in, I started panicking. I was like, shit. They've had a horrible week. They feel horrible. And I reread it and was like, oh wait, hang on, that's in the win section. Oh, that's a good thing. Okay, cool. Like if you think a girl is smaller than they are. So, all right, anyone listening, this is boyfriend coach. Get her a size 0 and the receipt so she can return it and exchange her actual size, because you're going to get it wrong anyway. You might as well get a size so fucking small that it's a compliment.
Just use the receipt as a dress. Like, just she can wrap it around herself and be like, sorry, I thought you were that size.
He's so petite. If you're a girl trying to get your male bodybuilder boyfriend something, get him a 6XL.
Get the
like, sorry, babe.
Size. That is fucking possible.
Yeah. Sorry, babe. I know you're 62 kilos, but I thought you were 6.
Yeah.
Especially if they're a natty bodybuilder, you just get them a tent at that point and put it around them, and then you're all good.
I was gonna get you a t-shirt.
You'll be fine.
I I was going to get you a t-shirt, but they didn't have one that could cover your 6'4", 40-kilo frame. So put Natty in the bio real quick with those stats. Jesus Christ.
Not accepting any natty accusations. Like,
all right, okay. So Camille, we can circle back to that in a second, but we have a bad habit of skipping over people's weeks. So is that your week concluded? We'll move on to Matty and me, and then we'll circle back to that.
yeah, go on then.
Matthew,
Yes.
we got it in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, are we gonna bounce from Camille's topic to just a random topic and come back later?
Yeah, whenever one of us starts talking, it's like always my brain just starts jumping and thinking of shit.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, I actually will say my week. I was about to go to the topic then, but no, it's been decent. It's been very like, I don't know about you guys, but you can definitely feel like almost like that kind of winter depression coming in, like a little bit. Probably because on the back half the diet, and like, well, I'm almost finished. I wrap it up on Thursday. So tomorrow, I don't know why I said Thursday. I said tomorrow. But yeah, wrap it up then. It's going to be really, really good. Actually get to eat some food because I'm going to get fat instantly. No. Oh, very, very nice.
That's dense yogurt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I tried an actual goat flavor. I'm so glad Luke told me. I swapped out my sticky toffee pudding whey in my oats. This was the highlight of my week, by the way. For carrot cake. Oh my god, it's actually unreal. I've never had carrot cake in my life. It was such a I was going out on a fucking whim here, and I bought a 2-kilo tub. So probably a stupid decision for me. Yeah, but I was like, fuck it, we ball, and then I bought it, and it's actually so good. It is actually unbelievable.
What code did you use to save 25% of your performance?
I wish I bought it online. I bought at store. But the guy, I'm not going to say where because I don't want to get him told off, but he gave me a staff discount. So I cannot.
Solid.
Yeah, I'm from 45 to 38. So, like,
damn, that's
not bad.
38 quid.
Yeah.
That's good.
Fuck yeah, that's really good. Like in Aaron's defense, I tried to order online, right? I went into Pit Stop to get like all my supplements because I just bought all of them in one shop. And I looked at the price of one of the tubs, and then with the discount they gave me, it was 40 quid. I go on the Perform store, even with Aaron's 25% off, it's like 47 quid still. I was like, mate, plus shipping. Like, yeah.
I didn't even think it was that expensive on Perform store. Maybe I got a deal on, I don't know. Shit.
It is most of the time.
The Perform store went 60 quid without any discount. It's ridiculous.
When we were doing the photo shoot, there was, because we started off, me and Aaron were training. I'll say this then, I'll let Matty you get back to your week.
That's so good.
Like, we'd be training and I walk past him and I'd like stop him and be like, oh my god, is that Aaron 25? I just started referring to him as Aaron 25 all the time. I might change the name of his sheets and his jackets, but Aaron 25. He started getting genuinely vexed at me for referring to him as Aaron 25 all the fucking time.
I'm gonna start calling. No, I can't.
Whenever I see him, I like bump into him in a room. Like, I was at his, he went for a piss, came out, and I act like I'd just seen someone famous. Oh my god, you Aaron 25? Bro, that's sick.
Bro, we need to talk about that in a second, about his off-plan meal after the thing. I just saw loads of peanuts. Did he just...
my god!
Yeah.
I'll
ask you about your. I'm literally almost finished, to be honest. But yeah. Well, to be honest, fuck off. But I did almost. To be honest, that was the highlight of my week. I can't lie. The rest have been very, very much same old. I would talk about really intricate stuff, but I want to hear about the peanut story. To be honest, unless you're scranning.
Yeah. No. So the highlight of my week, was the shoot with Aaron. So me and Aaron went over to Brum, unfortunately where Aaron is located. Why is my camera zoomed in?
I'll join you.
So I had to undergo the absolute pain and misery of being in Birmingham. So for anyone who's been in Birmingham knows, anyone who hasn't been in Birmingham also knows, because it's Birmingham. Right, there we go. Anyway, rock up. We trained at Kingdom. We got the shoot done by Mr. Ollie Mills. Shout out Ollie. And then afterwards, we were there for so long, like so fucking long, right? Because we faffed about, like did an upper session, chatted shit, took 1,000,001 pictures. Aaron was like, I want to rinse this opportunity. Was taking pictures everywhere. We're in a full gym, and he just stripped off in the middle of the gym and started posing and shit. So it was great. It was crazy. Then we go to Five Guys, and we're in the queue. I shouldn't have said anything, but like I was like, they have free peanuts, and he was like, he like, didn't believe me. He like thought I was taking the piss. I was like, no, they have free peanuts. Like, you have unlimited free peanuts here. And he was like, chat shit, and I was like, go over there. There's a box full of peanuts. You can take as many as you want. So he goes over. We're in the queue at this point. He goes over, comes back with a little thing of peanuts, right? And then me and him start in the line cracking into them, right? And I'm there being slow and methodical, trying not to get it everywhere because we're in the fucking queue. And literally, Aaron's just like fucking flying through peanuts. I look on the floor and there's like casings and fucking dust and shit, like covered in it, right? And then by this point, right, both all me, Aaron, and Ollie were all like quite fucking, we were quite loopy because we've been like at it. We also almost got hit by a tram. Oh my god, that was a fucking story. Anyway, right. So we're there, and like, we're all just like out of it and being stupid and being idiotic. Like coach mode is fully off at that point. I'm just there to eat peanuts and burgers. And he finishes the peanuts. And he's like, "Should I get another one?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he comes back and he's got two. He's got two little things of peanuts. I'm like, right, okay. And then we order, and then while we're waiting for the order, comes back as another like thing of peanuts. And then we get our orders, and we sit down. And I turned to him. I just turned to him and was like, "Oh, Aaron, you forgot your peanuts." He just goes and gets another thing of peanuts. And then he flies through that, and then he finishes a burger. And he goes and gets like another thing of peanuts. And then after that, like the table was like covered in fucking sauce and burgers and peanuts. And like we'd been putting peanuts in the ketchup because I was like, "Oh, Aaron, peanuts taste great with ketchup." He just dead face did it, ate it, and was like, "No, it doesn't." And I was like, "No, it's better with mayo." So he did it with mayo. And then I just started filling the ketchup full of peanuts. And we were literally like, we were all so fucking delusional, like fucking loopy. We're like, it's like when you're at Spoons and you fucking order the peas and the milk and you put the milk in the peas and shit. And like, we're just fully playing with these peanuts at this point. And Aaron's there scoffing them. And he just goes like, right, someone's got to stop me. I've eaten so many fucking peanuts. And yeah, the entire time we're at Five Guys, like, we're there for probably half an hour from start till finish. Aaron was consuming peanuts. Like the man was fucking on it.
I'd hate to be his bathroom. Like, oh my god, the digestion. Oh my, that's awful.
Oh man.
What was his weight?
Yeah, I was gonna say what was his weight the next day. that was the
we spoke when we got back, and initially, the plan was to have like he was gonna have a Five Guys, then like one other thing, like he was gonna go out for a meal twice. We were so late that we had the Five Guys, and it was like fucking. It was like dark outside, like it was like 7 p.m. or something stupid. And so I was kind of like in my brain, I was like, I'm calm with Aaron having so many peanuts because women have 2 meals and he's had like one huge one, and that's fine. And then before I left, him and Ollie were going to go out and go into a shisha lounge, very nice. And then Aaron was like, "Oh, I might get something else." And I was like, "Okay, if you get something else, make it small. Ideally, don't get something sweet. Go for savory. If you have something sweet, you're just gonna want to like eat shit. If you eat something savory."
Oh, then he got. Yeah, I remember this actually.
He did. No, he got the cake. He got a slice of cake on his story, and I messaged him and was like, "Yo, you good?" He was like, because I was worried for him. And he was like, "Nah, I got it all on camera. I just had the cake, nothing else." And I was like, "You know what? Fine, because there's nothing actually wrong with the sweet treat. It's just the idea of it will make you hungrier." But he firmed it, so it sound. I did say to him the next day, I was like, "Feel free to not weigh in because we peaked for the shoot that day and we were hugely off with food." I was like, we took a really small calorie bump. It was like 400 calories for the day after. I said, get like 2 or 3 days back on plan and then send over scale weight. So scale weight 2 days after was up like 2 pounds. And then it's been just like falling back in line. Yeah, but there's no need to get scale weight like the day after because like it's one day. It's going to be hugely up because he had a bunch of sodium. So like, fuck is the point? And he was up till like silly o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm not fucked. I don't need to see. Oh, what's that?
Do you know if he was drinking as well? Because if you went to the shisha lounge, did you have any drinks?
I don't think so. I think it was just shisha. But like, yeah, it's like it's pointless being like, oh, I'm 5 pounds up. Like, it's just gonna make you feel weird about eating more food, and we don't need that. Like, he went from 1,200 to 1,600 calories. He's on 1,600. He's not gonna get fat. Like, it's not gonna.
On the topic of weight, I actually so I ran out of GH last week, which would be an absolute pain in the fucking ass. Luckily, it's come today. Yeah, rookie mistake for me. But I dropped 5 pounds overnight yesterday.
You dropped what?
Yeah, I dropped 5 pounds overnight. I woke up this morning, I was 193 pounds. I was like, what the fuck?
Welcome to being GH-less. This is why we leave it in, but it's okay. We are bollocks to Camille enough for this, for being a fucking weapon.
I know. I kind of bollocks myself. I messaged Jack. I was like, what should I do? Jack was like, hit your head against the wall like 5 times.
Yeah, I was like,
I can't imagine.
Say a couple affirmations in the mirror and hope it sorts itself out, bro. Manifest the GH.
Nah, I can't imagine having to like not rely on that stuff. But you know, when you forget a bagel, it's like, oh, like your bagel fin, you have to go out for the shops and get a bagel fin. That's hard enough.
I have this conversation with clients. I'm like, if you like, you are reliant on being able to source something that you technically shouldn't be able to source all the time, and like, that's the thing. As much as the drugs don't make the bodybuilder, it sure as hell needed to maintain it. You know, and like, yeah, you are reliant on that shit. You don't want to be messing up. But of all things, GH is the one that is like, because it's a peptide. It's like it's not really a big issue. Like, you're still fine. You're just cosmetically might get a little bit flatter.
Yeah, that's
put it back in.
Nice. I have got leaner though. Well, I know. Well, I look leaner at least, which has been interesting.
I think that's food.
Or maybe
and chilling out a little bit. But
yeah, I've noticed.
Oh yeah.
Go on. You know, you should finish your week, by the way, because you've just talked about the peanut story.
Oh mate, yeah. So fucking right. The other story from that day, is when we were finding the 5 guys. Right, so we're in Birmingham, so I'm already fucking fuming. Right, we're in Birmingham, and Aaron's like, "Yeah, I know a spot, because parking is fucking awful, as you'd expect." So we're whipping around in the Bimmer, trying to find some parking, and Aaron's directing me. Right, fucking shit idea. First of all, right. Anyway, so we're whipping around, and Aaron's like, oh, the road says you can't go right, you have to go left. So I go left. And I pull into this weird taxi rank. Right. And then there's basically, I'm here, there's a row of cars here, and they're backed all the way up. And I'm trying to get in. Right. So I have to, because you're in fucking Birmingham, I have to shove the nose of my car in the queue. Right. About 3 seconds later, I look to my right. There's a tram. I'm on tram tracks.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen what trams do when there's a car on the tram tracks. Spoiler alert, they don't stop. Right? So I'm there, and Aaron's like, yo, there's a tram. And I was like, I think that's a bus. I think that's a bus. And he was like, no, that's a fucking tram. So I like shove it into reverse and like bolt backwards, almost hit a car behind me, because some fucker moved up to block me in on the tram tracks. And like, luckily we got it. And it was fine. And the tram goes past. And I was like, holy shit. I genuinely, in that moment, was like, we're stuck here. I'm going to have to fucking, like, get out my car, tell everyone to get out of the car, and just watch it get hit by a tram. Fuck. But anyway, it didn't happen. And then after that, right, I'm stressed as fuck, and like, I just said to Aaron, I was like, right, fuck wherever you were taking us, I'm putting it in maps, and we're just gonna go there. Like, I don't care. I said to him, I was like, I don't care if it costs me 100 quid to park there for the day. That's cheaper than me writing this fucking car off. So yeah, we landed eventually, and that's why when we got to the fucking 5 guys, we were all delusional. We were all like, let's just see peanuts.
Fair.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's scary.
Hey, fucking hell, it was stressful, but yeah, all in all, it was good. Waiting on Ollie to get back the shots and all that. I'm trying to think if anything else has happened.
Yeah, wasn't there like 1,000 something photos? I swear I saw that.
Oh man, yeah. Like me and Aaron did we had the DJI, the Osmo, from Ollie, and then we had photos as well. By the way, Ollie might be moving into videography, and if he does, I might bring him along to some shows. I'm still organizing. The listeners don't really give a shit about this, but you guys will. I'm still organizing with Finn when he's back from Thailand, shows and shit, and I'm gonna sort Airbnbs and all that.
Hopefully, nothing gets corrupted.
I was.
It's Finn. I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I've worked with Finn for a long time. I've never had anything corrupt.
No, maybe it's
like
like
lots of videographers for a long time.
there must be some link between being dripped in Gucci and just like certain corrupt- I'm joking.
Nah, you're chill. We had a negative experience.
No, don't talk about that. That's too.
No, all I'll say is we had a negative experience with the videographer because they're quite new, and their price did not reflect that, and their communication initially did not reflect that, and so there felt like a bit of a rug pull. But it's all good. It's all been sorted.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, well, to the guy.
Yeah, I had a little conversation with the old Mr. Bosworth, and both of our shows are on the same day.
You're chatting shit.
Nah.
Which one?
I think UK DFBA, so his first show supposedly is on the 20th September, and so is mine.
It shouldn't be. I checked, but let me double check. Thank you for flagging that.
Yeah, I think so.
Nah. What was on about the wrong show?
Oh.
Let me just double check. Where's this timeline? Yeah. So the come here, watch this. Come over here. Come here. He's referencing Central Championships, right?
Okay.
We're doing Northern.
Oh, so he's competing in that's a week before my birthday. That is sick.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Northern Championships in Burnley. Oh, fuck.
We can't do the 6th of September. Let me just double check that with Aaron's.
We're gonna have back-to-back shows every week then.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, hang on. No, I might be tripping. Hang on.
Like, his PC is definitely on the 20th.
It's FT5, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's naturals.
20th September, yeah. You went past it.
26th September.
That's naturals.
Okay, so I wrote centrals, but we're gonna have to move centrals to northern because there's no way we can do both. But that's okay.
What a pod, boys.
Oh no, I'm not. Right, let me message. Message. Well, so okay, so I said to them central, but gave the date of the northern, but we need to do central, so that's 1 week earlier. Anyway, it works out basically. No one's bought a ticket yet, so it's all good.
Mate, I love how upfront you are. Because like I'm exactly the same, but like you are even more like you will just say exactly what is on your mind.
I can't help it. I can't help it. And then
if you guys like the pod,
if you guys like listening to us yap about someone else's show dates you have no relation to, can you just drop us a follow, boys?
I know where I went wrong. I checked the dates literally 2 days ago, and in my head I had central, but I'd written central on the wrong dates.
Not a lot
so I need to update everyone's timeline to pull them forward 2 weeks to compete, but that's so doable. So Aaron, your food's getting slashed. No, I'm kidding. Guys ahead, easy peasy. But yeah, anyway, that works out.
Just get him on more.
only-
Peanuts, mate.
I checked finals as well, PCA finals, and Aaron might be doing the supernaturals as well. I checked those as potential shows. There should be no clashes. So if you or Neo do finals, sound. If Aaron does supernaturals, sound. If I take on anyone else in preps this year, I'm going to make sure they don't clash. But yeah.
What are your sort of thoughts and feelings going into? I mean, obviously, you had a competitive season of clients this year, but it was pretty much one client, whereas next year you've got more on. What are your thoughts? Oh, you had two?
Yeah, Dan.
Oh, Dan as well, yeah. That was early in the year, wasn't it? Yeah, how are you feeling?
Method. Ready, bro. I mean,
yeah, nice pod.
He's so chilled.
Like that, not much changes really. Like you kind of, everyone that I'm managing is fairly experienced, fairly easy to handle, and I've worked with them for a while, so it's not really kind of a concern there. And I know all of the federations that we're doing. I know all of the shows. I know how they're run. I know what we need to do. The real issue, the real challenge, the thing that does scare me potentially is if there is 2 shows on one day. That is going to be scary. Because someone's not going to have me there in person, or I can try and be there for both. That's going to be difficult. For as long as I can, I'm going to avoid clashing shows. At the minute, we can avoid that this year, but when it gets to that point, that's going to be difficult and annoying. But yeah, like this year, like for example, you and Neo being in the same show, it's so fucking easy. We'll be in the same Airbnb, like sound.
Yeah, that is fucking convenient as fuck.
I can smell the testosterone from here.
Yeah. From an athlete standpoint, it makes me feel a bit more comfortable knowing that there's someone that's kind of gone through the same process that I can relate to that is also my mate as well. I mean, me and Neo literally talk about it every day. We set a countdown, we send it to each other. I'll be like, I'm 252 days out. Like,
that's jokes. But yeah, I'm not feeling too concerned. I think, okay, to be fair, also, right, I'll quickly say this. Everyone competing is ahead right now. Everyone. Like, everyone is in ridiculous shape at the minute. We've got Camille, Aaron, Will, Neo. I think that's everyone this year. And then we've got multiple shows, but like everyone's ahead. I've dieted everyone before. We've got fucking ages until the shows, and I'm still starting them on like a full prep timeline. Like Camille, your prep timeline is kind of the same as everyone else's when I put it together, and I was like, hey, we're going to do 24 weeks and you're not going to need that long. That's pretty much what I've said to everyone. So I'm not stressed at all. I think the only thing that would throw me is someone at like 12 weeks out coming to me and being like, hey, I want to do this show in fucking Norway at the same time as PCA finals. And I'll be like, oof, do I really want to do this? Probably not this year. But that's going to be like, that'll be a difficult one and a challenge, but oh well. But for now, good in, bruv. Not much changes. It's just the same process repeated. Like, look at physique, make judgment, and then look at someone else's physique and make judgment. Easy peasy.
Such a caveman. Look at physique, make judgment. Oh, you're fucking flat, bruv. Eat some carbs.
It'll be interesting. I think the biggest thing will be like managing people's psychology. So like, say the shared show between you and Neo or Aaron and Will, it's like I might, depending on how people are feeling, I might separate you and Neo and look at you guys separately in different rooms, so you just never know how each other is looking. Because it's quite easy to play the comparison game and be like, oh, he's giving him more food and he's not giving me more food. Am I fat? You know, or like, why am I not getting more food? I feel flat. What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Or, oh, he took 2 seconds, looked at Camille and immediately made a decision. He's looking at me, round after round after round, and then he made a decision. What's going on there? It's like, it's easy to overthink it at that point because you've got a point of comparison. Whereas previously with Dan and Nat, it's like, I'm just looking at you and I just tell you, you've got you're not stood next to someone else in a similar state and comparing what we're doing. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's a good idea.
So I might separate people out a little bit, but yeah, I think it'll be fine.
It really
that'll be the only real challenge.
Yeah, it really does depend on the athlete, because some people might like that and like being like almost like feeling like a part of the process for someone else's thing. But yeah, it really does depend, doesn't it? I can get, psychology is the biggest thing on that show day, isn't it? Realistically, like you've got the education, you've got the coaching experience to be able to do that with athletes and get them on stage and looking good. They just need to be in the right headspace to get on stage and look good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, and we're gonna have
it's gonna be so much fun.
Little cuties.
I'm gonna Airbnb so both of you guys can come to all the shows if you want. Same with Finn. I don't expect you to, because it will be manic. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one, a good one.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to really being able to like get stuck into a bodybuilding season of like, we've got this show and then this show and then this show and then this show and this show. And like the most fun part, I definitely enjoyed Nat's prep more than Dan's. Sorry, Dan, just because he did more shows. It was cool to be able to like, you can do something after the show. Like the show is so exciting and cool. And I think for it to just end after, it's a bit of a shame. Whereas when you go like, you look fucking sick on stage, I've got ideas bouncing around, like we can come in slightly sharper here, we can work on this. Like after Nat first got on stage, I was able to be like, okay, we're definitely going to come in slightly sharper. I think we can come in slightly fuller too. I want you off your legs more. I want you to have better MMC on stage with your quads. You said you were slightly full because of food. Cool, eat slightly earlier. Like you get all these ideas of like, here's how we can improve. And then you see him on stage and it's like improved, more relaxed, already getting better at being on stage. Like that's so much more fun than just like, I'd rather do 8 shows across 2 clients than like 8 shows across 8 people, because it's more fun.
That makes sense.
To repeat the process.
I feel like you'd feel more connected to the not like connected, but you have more to go off, right? You have like, you don't just have an end goal, you have like multiple ones, so it's kind of cool. And the thought of improving from show to show is pretty cool. Like it's pretty fucking cool as an athlete as well.
I think you also kind of enjoy the day a lot more. Like the first one with Nat, it's like everything I'm telling him, I'm like, do you get what I mean? Are we on the same page? You feeling cool? Like I'm making a judgment and then basically being like, do you understand and are you okay with that? Are you secretly in the back of your head worried about anything? Let's talk about it. And by the third one, I'm just like, yeah, bro, like you're sound, you're on track, rinse and repeat. Oh, make that slight adjustment. Other than that, rinse and repeat. Yeah. It's like we're looking around the shops and we're just chill, like we're more relaxed, everything's going on. And it's like, yeah, you've just got a clear idea of like what's going on and things are just feel nicer. And even like the feedback I get off of Nat would be more and more helpful with like the first time he got on stage, it was like, how do you feel? Yeah, cool. Second time he was like, actually, I think, kind of quad MMC was a little bit off. I was struggling to stay on them. Okay, like, thanks. That's good. That's useful to know. Thank you. That's really useful. Like shit like that, where you just get to work better and better with that person. It's almost like working with someone more experienced because you are, but they've gained a limited amount of experience. So I think I'm already excited to take people right through their second season. Like Nat and hopefully I get to take Dan through another season at some point, but Nat's season, particularly as a junior, I think is going to be really fucking fun because we already know what we're doing. It will be a different peak because it's different physique, but like that process is familiar to him and I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be so cool going to all the show days as well. That was one thing that I really enjoyed. It's just like the only thing, like to come back to Camille's point at the start, the only thing is just managing the time and stuff like that and the money and but it's looking forward to it. It's going to be a very, very exciting year.
Yeah, I mean the main thing, to be fair, is like I might have to rework my split because it's pretty much going to be traveling Saturday and Sunday, which I'm going to try. I'll run 4 meals on those days because it's a lot easier, maybe even 3. Steps aren't too bad because it's such an early start. Cardio is fine, but currently Saturday will be my leg day, and I just don't think getting up at 5 or 6, going through a bodybuilding show, if someone's in the overall, it's the entire day, and then training legs prior, I just don't think it's going to happen. So I might move back to 4-day split during show season, then go back to a 5-day. But
Join me,
That's
bro.
the only thing.
Get back. Yeah. Wait, are you on a 4-day as well, Camille?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this is quite a good topic actually, because I've never done a 4-day split in my like 6 years of lifting until the past couple weeks. And I'm kind of fucking with it. I kind of am fucking with it because the extra day of recovery, every time it comes around to that day, I am so fucking glad that it's a double rest day. But on the second rest day, I feel so ready to go back to training. I get the itch. Whereas if I only have one rest day, I'm like, oh, I'm glad it's rest day. And then I wake up the next day, I'm like, oh, fuck, I need to train again. Rather than I have a rest day, then I have another rest day. But because I rested the day before, I'm now eager. I'm hungry. I'm like, I want to train today. I have to hold myself back. So I get one day of the week where I know I'm fully rested, but I still have to train, which is also a bit of like a mental test, being like, well, I could go to the gym today, but I'm not going to because I'm on 4 days a week. And that hunger to train has carried over a lot in terms of like my performance and the way I'm going into my sets now. And you can literally see like the difference from my training when I'm on low carb compared to I'm on high carb. I'm physically attacking the sets rather than just praying for maintaining progressions or even just maintaining the weight that I'm doing. So definitely has been a positive outcome. I would say cosmetically, like my visuals aren't as consistently good because I am training less. But in general, I still think I'm growing just as much.
Yeah, I've always preferred 4 days over 5 as well, just for convenience as well. It's pretty fucking nice, to be honest. And I don't know about you guys, like now when I go and do an upper lower, or when I go to an upper lower split, which is majority of the 4 day splits, right? I can't go back to push pull. I don't like the idea of like push pull or splitting like upper into 2 days. I don't know if I'm too science based, guys, too natty. But like, no, genuinely, like I don't like the idea of it. I don't know. It just doesn't feel efficient. It is, but like it doesn't feel it.
For me, going the other way, I think the biggest things I noticed was it makes getting in arm and delt volume way more convenient. Because like on a push day, I'll run like 2 laterals and I can do like 3 or 4 sets on each, and then still run like 4 sets of 1 lateral on an upper and get like 12 sets in quite easily. Whereas if I did 6 sets on both uppers, I think I'd kill myself. So like arm and delt work and like taking volume high, it feels a bit easier. Also, it gives me the ability to do a lot of movements I don't normally get to do. Like my majority of my uppers would be like flat press, incline press, whereas now I can do like different fly variations or like rear delts on pull day, or just get things in like a little bit of forearm work, stuff that I wouldn't normally have time for, whereas now I have time for that. Because we basically just took Tim took the like 2 chest moves I was doing and then just like added flies and then added in more tricep, added in more side delt. Also, it feels nice to put a bit more focus on my upper because my legs grow well if my knees are good. So the main thing for me is like my upper definitely needs more attention and more volume. But yeah, I mean, I think I am enjoying it. But the one thing I'd love to be able to do is like a rotating split, because I think something like a PPL rest or like an upper lower rest would be pretty cool and pretty fun. Or maybe like upper lower cardio repeat or something. I don't know. But for the time being, things are good. The only concern I have about PPL is push day. I do worry a little bit about my shoulder because normally I would sequence back work before pressing and feel really fucking good. And at the minute, I'm not doing that. But yeah, to be fair, probably the favorite split I ever did was upper lower, and then just like an arm and delt day. It was like an hour long, and that was pretty nice and pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest. Like, if I did go back to 5 days a week, I think I'd just chuck in an extra day just doing arms, because that's the one sort of area of my body that just needs a little bit more time and attention to. And like, I've never really run like a arm day for a consistent amount of time. I fucked around with it maybe like once or twice, but never like actually run it up. So like that would be an interesting avenue. Like if I haven't tried, will that affect, the gains, etc., etc. And obviously if I'd be able to recover from it. And like you said, like I feel like if we did bump up arm volume now, it would really elongate my sessions. It would be difficult for me to do like 6 sets of arms on an upper day when I've only got 2 days and I'm already doing like, 12, 14, 16 sets on everything else,
I think having like an upper lower weakness is a very nice split. I mean, I'd probably even do like arms delts mobility, something like that would be fun. But I ran upper lower for so long that just the novelty of like push pull feels really, really nice to me. And so for the time being, it's fun and it's enjoyable, but I probably will like make some modifications to that long term. When I did used to do upper lower arms, I'm not gonna lie, my arms did fucking blow up. Not really from like what's that?
Don't say that. No, I just want to do it. You fucking dickhead.
It was, I think, the biggest. So during that time, it was when I was self-coaching in off season, and I really wanted to see what like exercise sequencing would do to my physique. And I would start every session with either biceps or side delts, and they fucking responded. Like I kept volume the same. I literally just changed putting them to the start religiously, and like especially that arm and delt day, starting off with biceps completely fresh. Strength gains were similar, but like I just noticed fantastic growth from that. But I didn't run it for ages, so whether that's just like the novelty of doing it or the inflammation of training them more frequently, or just everything was growing, I just happened to notice that the most, who knows. But I am a big fan of like what you put first is what you're emphasizing. I think especially when you're very, very good at training, the thing that you put first especially fucking grows well. I think a lot of people kind of don't realize to what extent that is.
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah.
And even people who don't, what I find sometimes with a lot of lifestyle people is even with people who don't train really, really well and they're pretty new to the gym, you find that a lot of people's concentration towards the end of sessions, like certain people, starts to go. So even from that concentration standpoint, putting them first can really, really help them as well. It's not just the advanced, but I like from both ends of the spectrum. And yeah, I've been.
Sorry, go on. I was just going to say, like,
Please.
I find that coaching bodybuilders, I tend to sequence things the opposite way around to I would for lifestyle. So for a bodybuilder, a heavy hinge or squat or press, like particularly lower body, I'm probably going to put that very last and just be like, get your calves done, get your adductors done, abductors, any warm-up / prehab rehab shit that we have to do, ham shit, whatever. Like, I want the shit that you really dig your heels into right at the end. But for lifestyle, I used to do the exact opposite because, like you said, if you ask someone whose lifestyle to do a Smith squat after a leg extension, and maybe a leg press as well, they're like, "Oh my god, no, kill me! Let me get it done and out of the way,"
Yeah, that's completely fair. I mean, to be fair, if I had to do a fucking leg extension, Smith squat, and leg press, I'd fucking kill myself.
Man, that was what I used to run like in lockdown all the time. Would be like extension press squat, like to some degree, or just after lockdown even. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. But of course, 2 sets on everything, bro. So you gotta do 2 sets.
No, I can imagine it being fun. It's literally just anything after leg extension. I've got such I connect with leg extensions so well, and oh my god, I can do 1 set and they're just fucking fully blown. Like it's like actually insane. Like no pump formula, nothing. Like I'd be scared to try a pump formula if I went on a leg extension. Honestly, I tried it once and I literally felt like I was going to explode. Like
I used to do in my pre-prep, I did BFR leg extensions. I would do 5 sets, like rest paused, and then I'd go do 3 sets of 15 to 20 on the pivot leg press, and like the fucking level of pump was horrible. That was when my knees were cooked good, and I was like, I just need them to like get some kind of stimulus. But yeah, like my legs looked fantastic, and they grew, but fuck me, was it horrible? It was not.
Yeah, that actually that is a different level of mental. That is insane. That's like, I think the only way you can make that worse is BFR like Bulgarian split squats or something. I don't know. Just like 3 sets of 20 either side, no rest, bro.
Did I talk to you guys about the beef I had on Instagram the other day?
No.
Oh, wait. Is this the guy who said, why do people who take gear lift so light?
Yeah.
I fucking knew it because that reel came up and I went on the comments and I saw, first of all, so many people that I know in industry. Stewie, I'm looking at you. Liam Watson, I'm looking at you. There are a few others. Those are the main two I can remember. And I saw Camille_Archer Academy. I read it. I could hear your voice raging. Go on, mate. Tell the story.
So yeah, you hit it spot on. This guy put up a reel claiming it wasn't rage bait. It was obviously rage bait. He was basically like, it was a reel of him doing a leg extension with 5 plates on the lengthen. So it was a prime leg extension. And then another video of him doing a horizontal leg press with like 5 plates aside. So not crazy weight. But he was like, oh, why do people on gear lift so light? Why does it feel like I'm lifting heavier than some people on gear? And the argument that he was trying to make is that as a natural, you need to create more stimulus in order to grow muscle, because when you're on gear, you can grow from anything, which is true to a certain extent. However, the point I was trying to make was, okay, but what about your connective tissue health? Why are we prioritizing load over execution? Why are we going heavier than we need to? If that's the case, why don't we see bodybuilders hack squatting 10 plates? Because they probably have the strength to do it, but then why didn't they do it if load is the most important part? And then he gave me the most generic, like, bullshit ChatGPT answer that like this new gen of lifters is given. It's like, well, mechanical tension is the true driver of hypertrophy, and the most important factor of mechanical tension is load. And then he was like trying to educate me, and like I started a whole fucking debate with the comments. I'm gonna see how many comments there are now, like how many people replied to my comment. But had people like messaging me privately being like, don't worry, bro, we back you up, like you're so right. Like,
the thing is, right,
my
I
comment
don't think
got
a lot
40
of
replies. Like,
I don't think a lot of the right, as an unk of this industry, fucking hell, I'm not an unk of this industry. As an unk relative to the new gens, like I don't think people realize that there's one very important element of mechanical tension that people forget, and that's internal resistance. So yes, you can drive mechanical tension by trying your hardest to make a lightweight really fucking hard. Me on a leg press, failing because I'm using BFR, failing because I'm doing a very slow eccentric, failing because I'm deliberately trying to contract into the rep, is quite literally part of the equation of mechanical tension. That is why I'm able to fail, is because I am increasing mechanical tension by keeping total loading the same. I think people hear mechanical and they go load, and they forget that the word tension is quite an ambiguous and multifaceted term, and it doesn't just mean load. We're talking about more so experience of force. That's basically what tension is, right? How much force you're experiencing. If I can fail with a plate on a pivot leg press and also fail with 6, and I can do them both at 10 reps, how the fuck am I able to fail with one plate? By increasing tension experienced or decreasing load. And like, whenever I hear people talk about like, oh, I saw another reel that was like, oh, you can tell someone on gear is grown if they're not strong, if they're just like squeezed the muscle, bro, etc., etc. And I'm like, that's literally part of mechanical tension. Like that is, you can look up right now. There are studies on it. Does internal resistance increase mechanical tension? Yes, it does. So
I think like the biggest issue is like something that you've said recently, Jack, is like people will read one study, follow one influencer, one like influential person in the industry, hear them say one thing and repeat it religiously and think it applies to everyone else in absolutely every context. But like, once you get an understanding, like that's just really not the fucking reality. And there's so many things to consider, and there truly isn't any right or wrong answer. It's dependent on the context and the individual. And that's literally the point that I was trying to make. I was like, yes, load is important, but load isn't the only thing that's important, and that's what you're making it out to be. And they just simply weren't able to understand that. And then this goes back to like the whole like new science-based lifting fucking propaganda, when people are doing fucking pec flies with foam rollers in their hands and all fucking sorts. And like, we've gone so far away from what science-based lifting is that people think meathead lifting now is doing like a T-bar row. Like, how far gone has the game been? Like,
Yeah.
it fucking blows my mind. Like, it actually blows my mind. I'm apparently a meathead because I want to do a calf lateral raise. Like,
Yeah, mate, I think the issue is like you said, people attach themselves to one idea, and my issue is that people view mechanical tension as just global loading. How much load can I get on a machine and how much can I move? And they forget that, again, as long as your weight is progressing and there's adequate difficulty to failure, aka progressive overload, if that is occurring, then you're sound. Like, we see that the growth outcomes from pausing slow negatives is the same as if I just load up a bar and rag it. But the issue is, as much as I'd fucking love to load up a bar, I'd love to do like a fucking 6-plate Smith press. Are you kidding? Bruv, if my joints could take that, you'd see me fucking doing it. That sounds like so much fun. And if I could grow off that, that'd be great. But the issue is, like, I'm going to get beaten up by that. And also, to be honest, to be able to move that weight would just be, it's just so inefficient. You're to the point of like, you're deliberately, yeah, exactly. You're just trying to, you got me to agree. No. But like there comes a point where it's like, okay, if you're pressing and moving that much weight and you're not growing how you need to be, it's like let's say you're a fucking junior bodybuilder and you're pressing 6 plates aside. It's like, fuck, man, on a Smith, like, what are we gonna do to get you pro? Like 12? Fuck, man. Like, where's the ceiling on this? You know? And it's like, you get to a point where it's almost just like you're just like, it's like you're drinking from a bottle and then you're deliberately like poking a hole in the bottom so that you have to refill the bottle more often. It's like, what we're doing is just so inefficient and pointless. And also, you get yourself injured. But yeah, like, people view mechanical tension as weight and weight alone. Once you've set a baseline of this is my execution, this is my failure point, then progress that mechanical tension by keeping those the same and progressing. Like, if you want to rag around weight, sick. But also, again, like you said, like, if you're an assisted bodybuilder, your connective tissue is like, man, anyone who's natural, if you have bad connective tissue, please don't go on gear. You're gonna like really like, everyone who takes gear has issues with connective tissue. And like, I was completely sound until I went on gear, and now I have to think about, like, I can't just throw sets. I can't just throw myself at sets. I have to be like, should I do this? Is this wise? Like, oh man, it's tedious. But
it's like me on the fucking hack squat the other day. I was like, I went to a new gym, and they had, for some reason, they didn't have like a normal hack. They had one of these fucking gay, like, high angled ones.
That was spoken like a true bodybuilder.
Leave it in.
And then, see, I loaded up 2 plates. And I did a rep. I was like, that's really, really light. I put on 4 plates. I was like, that's still really light. So then I just whacked on 7. I was like, fuck it. That was really, really easy. And I bust out 6 reps. And then I got off it and I felt my calf like seize up as if I just got shot. And I was like, right, that's reminding me that I can't do shit like this on a regular basis. Like, if you don't take your connective tissue into account, it was very much going to bite you in the leg, quite literally, like it did with me. But like, for anyone listening, like, ragsing it about isn't inherently bad as long as you standardize it. And like, what me and Jack discussed is like controlled ragging. So like, I know I can get away with lifting a bit more conventionally aggressively on legs. I grow from that. I respond well to that. I connect well with it. I can switch on, take myself to the intensity I need to. It works. However, when I apply that same concept to my pressing, my chest does not grow. So practice a little bit of self-reflection and be like, cool, I know I can grow from this. This allows me to switch on mentally and take myself where I need to take it. And I fucking enjoy it. The most underrated aspect of training is fucking enjoyment. If you don't enjoy lifting, doing Keenan flaps, or fucking chest flies with a foam roller. Don't fucking do it. You don't need to. Do what you enjoy above anything else, because it's not about the outcome, it's about the process and enjoying training. At the end of the day, we've all become bodybuilders because we love training. Don't take the love out of training and make it like a NPC 304 fucking, oh, I need to get wham, so I'm going to do X, Y, and Z exercise. You do X, Y, and Z exercise because you love them, and you get wham as a byproduct of that, not the other way around.
Well said.
You kind of have to shift your focuses when it comes to physique development. I would say learn how to train and train hard. And then once you do, it's exactly, Matty, like you said in your story, like let the progression come to you. One thing I've started doing is I note down in my sessions the weights I'll be using, and then I just go to failure with good form. And then at the end, I look back, was that progression or not? Because, like, not being funny, right? I'm in an off season. I'm taking performance enhancing drugs. I'm gonna get fucking strong, right? And if I get really big, I'm gonna get really fucking strong. It's just going to happen. And so if you are forcing adaptations upon your body, for what purpose, for what reason? Like, if that rep is not there and you create that rep, like, why? What's the point? And I think you get to a point where it's like one or two things, or a combination of both. One, your ego really likes that you can do that. And I'd say, well, for how long can you do that? Speaking from personal experience, my ego loved like fucking like 10 PPS pivot leg press. I can't ever really, well, I haven't done that in like a year because of my knees. RIP. And I remember like I've just now got my hinge back up to where it was when it was in like 2022. Fuck, that's a bruise for the ego, right? And the other thing is like you just want people on Instagram to be like, wow, that's so cool that you can lift that weight. And it's like, again, what's the point if you're just going to then get backed off? And I think even if, right, I'm speaking from the perspective of an enhanced bodybuilder, and it's like, yeah, obviously no duh, but if you are just, even if you're natural, if you are serious about bodybuilding, you're going to get really fucking strong. Like, look at Kiffy West, look at AJ, look at a lot of the top natural bodybuilders. Fuck me, man, the numbers they put up is crazy. Like, especially when they're at peak strength. Don't rush it. It will come. You will get to the point where you physically just can't achieve failure with anything less than ridiculous numbers. Let that come to you. When you start off in the gym, it's good to progress and good to track numbers and like not be a pussy. But once you've reached a point of like, congratulations, you've graduated from pussy to not pussy. It's like forcing progressions is just going to beat you up. And the thing is, everyone's a little bit different. Like you said there, Camille, there's some lifts where like you can rag it on, you can not rag it on. My back is fairly weak, but it doesn't tend to get too injured. So I can just kind of like, if I want to, I can rag some silly numbers, or like I could go for a 1 rep max on most back stuff and my scap might twinge, but it'll fucking sort itself. It'll be fine. Whereas like other things, it's like if I twinge it, I'm like, oh dear, that's long. Like that's gonna be a real issue for me. So anyway, long rambly way of saying don't chase the progression, let it come to you. Yeah, exactly. Also, like if you do a set to failure with good form and you're like, oh, I've lost a rep. Okay, like, but like you can't regret the set because you literally did everything you can. If you're like, oh, that was 2 RIR, yeah, you're a pussy. Like you should have got the fucking rep. Am I actually louder when I move this closer?
Yeah.
All right, thank God. But anyway, I did it for comedic effect. But like, if you've given everything and number lower, okay, sucks to suck. Like, just move on. It's fine.
Just lock in.
Also, final thing I'll say, sometimes you progress by less than a rep. If you progress by half a rep, every 2 weeks you're going to get a rep. A rep is still quite arbitrary, right? If you're doing a 5 repper and you want to progress by 20% of the reps you did every week, it's not going to happen, is it? Sometimes you get 5 reps, then you get 5.5, and you get 6 and 6.5, etc. So just lock in. Basically, just lock in.
Just lock
in. Just lock in. Just lock in. Fuck.
Shall we wrap it there then? I need to shoot in a second. I'm so dead. I'm like, I had so much energy at the start and then I'm just like
You're all good, mate. Don't worry. This is why we This is why we've got 3 of us, because if one of us dies, we can.
This is the only reason he got co-coaches, just to get podcasts going.
for when I'm dead in a diet, and I'm like, right, you boys talk.
Yeah, we literally timeline around this, so we get one of us in a massive diet, and then at least have someone close to peak bulk, and then we'll be all right. Like, we can rotate.
I'll be the fat one year round. Fucking hell. At this rate.
Jack pays us to be his virtual friends.
Real.
Folks' sake.
Right. Thank everyone for listening. Coaching links down below. You can work with me, Matty, or Camille. If you are looking for a certain specific type of coach or coaching method, if you click below, there's a little questionnaire. I'll ask you some questions, and we will find the appropriate coach for you, my sweeties. Please subscribe to the pod on YouTube and Spotify. Make sure that we're in your Spotify repaired at the end of the year. If we're not in your Wrapped, we will find you.
Okay, now.
If you want to ask anything to us, then that sucks. No, go on Instagram and you'll find our links. Thank everyone for listening. Say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.